Hey everyone, it is Awareness Wednesday, and I wanted to bring to you a topic that has been kind of coming to the forefront of my conversations with myself and with others lately. And I've realized the synchronicity in when a subject continuously hits your radar, then it's probably something that you need to focus on. So lately, something that has been coming up a lot for me is the topic of judgments and what judgments are and how they can either serve or be a disservice. And let's talk about, I think the best place to start is with the self. And because a lot of times we are our own worst critic, right? And the judgments and expectations that we place on ourselves really are based on these stories and things that we create that aren't necessarily based in reality. These what-if scenarios, or these what-if scenarios of ourselves that we think other people might be thinking of us, right? So think about that one. So, for example, lately I have been judging myself a lot in my own personal circumstances. And the only reason why these judgments are really getting to me is because of what I think other people might think of my situation. And I don't know how other people think. I don't know how other people perceive me. I am just creating these stories about what they might think of me. And there is so much liberation that can occur in letting go of this idea of whatever someone else might think of you. The only thing that really matters is what we think of ourselves. So when we start to let go of these self-judgments and have self-compassion instead, or self-love, then we can stop being frozen in fear and inaction and so stuck in our heads that we can actually fully realize our potential and fully step up and be present in our lives right now. So I am starting a life coaching business. And one of the fears that I have let keep me frozen in inaction is this judgment of myself that why would anyone listen to me based on the physical manifestation that I have right now. My living circumstances, my financial circumstances, my personal health, and all of those things. And this is just a story that I've created in my head. So how do I switch that perspective and start manifesting the things that I want? Well, it has to do with that self-compassion and that self-love and living right now like it is the person that I visualize myself and the person I actually am. And letting go of the stories, letting go of these what-if scenarios and these creations that I have concocted, that my mind has created to kind of keep me safe, and safe being stuck in my current circumstances, right? So I get to have this, and thank you, Ronnie, for this term. I get to have this daily emotional hygiene practice. So what I mean by that is you get up in the morning, right? You take your shower, you brush your teeth, you take care of your outer body. Well, what about the emotional body? So I get to develop this emotional hygiene practice of letting go of those judgments and focusing on what? Gratitude. I get to shift my focus from the things that I don't have and the things that are my limitations, and I get to focus on the things that I am grateful for, that I am abundant in now. And those are the things that really matter. all of the physical manifestations, even if I was super just rolling in the dough and whatever, all of that material stuff isn't really what's important. What is really important are the things that I carry with me everywhere I go, no matter what circumstances I am. And that's my emotional state. That is my physical health. That is the relationships that I have in my life. And all of the positive, wonderful things that I get to surround myself on a daily basis. I get to be grateful for my child. I get to be grateful for, I just spent this last week really working on my personal space, and I love it. I think I have a beautiful home. I think I have a beautiful garden, and living from that place of gratitude, having that daily emotional hygiene practice, and having self-compassion for what I have. Honestly, I could cry tears of joy every day for where I have come from and where I am now, because I have grown so much. So I get to focus on those things, and it's a super fun place to be. And guess what? That is where the inspiration comes from, because I get to, in my emotional hygiene practice, also visualize in great detail this grander dream and vision for my future. And by connecting my emotional body to that wonderful visualization of the infinite possibilities of my life and the success in my life, I get to create that emotional attachment that inspires me and drives me forward and gives me the strength and energy to follow through with everything that I want to achieve in my life. And so why wouldn't I have something greater to give someone else as far as helping them to achieve their inspiration, their visualization for their future, and creating and honing that self-compassion, that self-love, and letting go and helping others to let go of those judgments of themselves and the judgments of others, because the judgments that we have of other people are merely a reflection of our own judgments of ourselves. And there's a nugget of wisdom in every single one. Everyone is a gift. Every judgment is a gift. And the more that we learn to recognize those judgments of ourselves and other people, then we have an opportunity to learn and to grow. All right, everyone, I hope that you get something out of this video. I had a couple phone calls in the last couple of days that were very inspirational, and just felt very inspired to share this message. I like the idea of Awareness Wednesday, so I'm going to try to keep up with Wednesday posts at least once a week. Yeah, so tune in next Awareness Wednesday.